I've been a member my whole life, and so I've been around the church for 20 years. And I'm so thankful for the church and for the way I grew up in it and for my parents for growing me up in it. My dad is a convert to the church, and so to have his background and have his story to help strengthen my testimony was such an amazing thing to have. He just recently shared with me his conversion story, and I don't know why he hasn't shared it with me recently. I mean, earlier, but that has been such a great factor in my life to know to have that kind of background of missionary work in my life. When I was in high school, I was in this friend group, and my friends weren't members, and there was like there was a less active member as well. And that first they knew I was an active member and they respected that, and I respected them for respecting me. But as time went on, they got more lenient on, words they said or things they talked about or what they did. And so that kind of like drug me down a little bit. I became not happy at all. I, didn't really think of the church much as I should be. I didn't read my scriptures as much as I should have been doing. I didn't pray as much as I should have been doing. So I kind of went down this path that led me to be unhappy and to not think of the church much. But in the summer before senior year, I finally realized why I was unhappy. I finally realized what I could do to help myself, and that was to come closer to Christ, which I wasn't that close to him. And so I took it upon myself to figure out how I could do that. And so I stopped really talking to my friends, and I told them why, and I told them what was going on, and they somewhat kind of respected that, but at the same time they were kind of mad and upset, and they kind of made fun of me for it. And so I kind of had to stand alone, which really strengthened myself and strengthened my testimony and my ground on my foundation of Christ, if that makes sense. And then he was my friends before, but I kind of got closer to these two people, my two best friends, and they were such great examples to me. They helped me, and they understood, they respected me, and they guided me. One friend, we would go to the temple every Wednesday or Tuesday during senior year and go do baptisms, and we'd go and we'd share our testimonies with each other, and we would go and do that and build our testimonies together. And that was such a great thing, and I'm so thankful for him helping me with that. So, and I don't think he knows that he helped me a lot, but he really did. And my other friend, she had such a strong testimony and a strong foundation and strong belief in the gospel, and she would just help me and encourage me, and I was so thankful for her. In the beginning of senior year, we were at this point where we had to decide what school or what college to go to and to apply for that. And I just felt so uneasy about it. I felt like I couldn't make a decision. So I went to the temple because I knew that we could find peace there, and I knew that I could pray to Heavenly Father there and receive answers. And so I went, and I just sat outside the temple, and I prayed to Heavenly Father, and I asked for guidance, and I asked for help. What school do I go to? I'm not feeling too good about this. I'm not sure what to do, and if school's not the right thing, please help me lead me on the path to where I need to go. And right after that, I read my scriptures, and the feeling that I got was that I needed to start preparing for a mission. And at first I was like, whoa, I can't do that because that's just a lot. I can't. I'm not good enough. It would be too hard for me. And that was just Satan trying to get to me, which I realized that, and then I realized that my answer to go on a mission was from Heavenly Father, and that is what I needed to do. I just needed to kick out Satan from my mind, and I needed to ignore him. And so that's what I did. I went to the temple, as I said, and I read my scriptures, I prayed, and I studied, preached my gospel. And I got my call I think it was June after I graduated, and I got called to the North Dakota Bismarck mission. And at first I was like, where the heck is North Dakota? And then I realized it was a state, and it was just a couple hours away, like 14 hours away. And so I guess I was happy. I was really happy that I got my call, and I knew from that moment that North Dakota was where I needed to be. and to those people I needed to see and meet them. And I'm so thankful for that call I got to go there. And such a great place. And if you ever get called there, if you are called there and you're listening to this or watching this, it's the best mission, I think.